Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of March. We're just finishing off our last sowings of chilies for the year. All the others are coming on very well. It's an extremely busy time for us. We've got an awful lot of sowing going on at the moment actually, and a lot of propagation going on all round. And I'll just give you a quick run round. So up here in what is going to be the vineyard, we've started, or to be more precise, I'm standing on the middle path, and that's the last of the holes just coming out, and then we're going to start getting the vines in, and then after we've done that obviously we can think about getting the supports and everything in. We're all planned for that. Simon's got to make those in the not too distant future, and yeah, finally we're going to have our little mini vineyard done. So the veg garden doesn't look much different to what it did this time last month. We've done a little bit more digging over as we finish off some crops. Obviously then we can dig that area over. The frosts that we're having are very welcome. It's breaking up the ground nicely as well. But I guess with it cheering up now, it won't be too long before we start thinking about spuds and getting in one or two other bits and pieces. So yeah, when we've got a bit further with that vineyard, I guess we'll be back down here and having a bit more of a tidy up and thinking about getting stuff in. Out on the beds, I'm very pleased. We've got an awful lot of fruit potted already. We've got all our trees potted, and way down over there somewhere all our soft fruits are potted and all outside. So we're well advanced on all that sort of thing for spring and summer ahead. Still got some work to do on the ornamentals and some tidying up and sorting out the shrub beds a little bit more, but with the dry weather and climbing a little bit closer to Easter, that'll sort of sharpen our focus, and we'll get out here and have a good tidy up. Here in what should be our veg tunnel, the grapes are holding back nicely. It's nice to see that they're not actually breaking into growth. We're keeping this very cold, just a little bit of frost protection at night, so we're shutting up at night, but other than that we're keeping it as cold as we possibly can so that we can hold them back nicely. But there's a bit of root growth on them, which I'm pleased to see, and yeah, all in all not too bad. Haven't got an awful lot of veg in here. We've squeezed some other bits into the top house. We've started some carrots and radish and bits and pieces like that in tubs, but no, other than that we're pretty chocker with grapes and other stuff in here. So as soon as we can get those outside we will, and then we can think about starting to fill this up with some more important stuff. Up here in the top house we're making space, moving stuff around, moving stuff out. Obviously we need to start to move stuff from the heated into here. We're running this house with the vents open as we always do. So we're just literally, on the frosty nights, we're just literally touching frost, which is what we want really. We're cold enough for it to be fine for everything in here. We're not going too warm in the day. We're running sort of about 10 or 15 degrees below the bubble, which we're keeping a little bit more wrapped up. And interestingly, we're running somewhere about sort of 8 to 10 degrees above outside temperature when it's cold outside and bright and sunny in. So yeah, no, making some space, and we're going to fill that up pretty soon. So here in the bubble, we're running out of space. We've squashed all the fuchsias up as tight as we can for this time of year. Obviously we don't want those too tight because we're propagating from those now. But as we're propagating and pricking stuff out, it's going onto the benches in the fuchsia house, which is obviously heated, staying in here for a few weeks, and then off up to the top house for most things. Obviously things like chilies, there's a nice big batch of chilies way up there somewhere, and tomatoes, which are still actually on the beds under light as well. Obviously they're not going to go up into the top house just yet, but yeah, no, we're a bit tight for space. Hopefully we'll be able to move everything around, empty ourselves back out, and then basically we'll fill it back up again in a week. And it's that sort of run round and round and round of moving things from one place to the other, which we're going to basically be doing now until May. It's a very busy time, and we all get very tired legs. One good little job that we've got done in the last month is been down here, we've cleared all the way through, taken all the bramble out down here on our frontage, and where some of the birch are starting to curl up their toes, and we've lost a few in the winds. We've replanted or thickened up the planting with all sorts of edibles and forageables really. So we've got sloes in here, we've got rowans in here, we've got some damsons, some wild crabs, cobs, all sorts. So yeah, I think this would look, it would look a lot prettier as they mature and turn into decent sized trees, but yeah, also give us something else to eat. So I'll finish off for March here in the prop, where it is busy, jam-packed. We're literally running things in, getting them to germinate, growing them on a little bit. We're obviously running light. These 3 beds have got 7 different temperatures running on them at the moment. We're all zoned up, and yes, we're running all sorts of temperatures from 30 Celsius for the last of the chilies, right down to one of the beds literally just ticking over at 12, just to keep things moving along a little bit slower. But yeah, we are very busy in here. Could do with some more room, but then as soon as you make more room we fill it up. But yeah, we're busy all round, and that's it really for the beginning of March, and we will catch up at the beginning of April.